Welcome, brave souls, to Dark Descent Dwellers, the abyss where chilling tales come to life. If you dare to delve into the darkest corners of your imagination, if the thrill of the unknown sends shivers down your spine, then you've found your sanctuary. Don't forget to subscribe and join our community of fellow thrill seekers. Together, we'll journey into the shadows and unearth the most bone-chilling stories. Subscribe now, and let's embark on this spine-tingling adventure together. I'm John, an ordinary guy living the suburban dream with a loving family and a stable job. But underneath this facade, I bear a crushing secret, one that terrifies me to my core. I'm a monster, and I hunger for the taste of human flesh. You might wonder how a seemingly normal person could be a monster, but the truth is undeniable. For years, I've concealed this dark truth from everyone, including my dear wife and children. I've developed a twisted form of control over my hunger, ensuring I never harm anyone I know. Yet, with time, the hunger has intensified, making my self-control an ever-fragile facade. The fear of hurting those I love torments me, and that's why I've turned to this confession. I need to get it off my chest to let someone else in on this dreadful secret. Understand that I'm not a bad person. I'm merely trying to survive. The weight of my secret has been pressing down on me more heavily as of late. I've been plagued by vivid, chilling dreams that haunt my nights, each more unsettling than the last. I wake up bathed in sweat, trembling, and I can't ignore these dreams any longer. At first, I dismissed them as the byproduct of stress, but they've grown into something more insidious. One night, I dreamt of taking a life, a stranger's life. I felt their fear, their life slipping away, and I awoke in a cold sweat, my heart pounding. I'm no longer just afraid. I'm terrified of what these dreams imply, of what I might be capable of. I've tried talking to my wife about it, but she chalks it up to work stress. She doesn't understand the darkness and danger brewing inside me, something that's clawing at the edges, trying to break free. The fear of what I might do if these dreams persist has become all-consuming. My internal desires have been escalating day by day, putting constant pressure on me and posing a threat to consume me completely. I've stayed away from public areas out of concern that if I run across a lone person, I would lose control. My life has turned into an ongoing conflict. I've tried everything I can think of to control these desires, including hypnosis, counseling, and meditation, but it hasn't worked. The constant hunger persists. I'm starting to lose hope, and I'm really worried about hurting someone. I once noticed a small girl playing by herself in a park as I was on my way home from work. Her vulnerability caused an intense wave of hunger to come over me. I had to clench my fists against the want to approach her as my heart was racing and my palms started to perspire. I barely managed to walk away, and I'm filled with dread at how close I came to crossing that unthinkable line. I'm afraid of what I'm truly capable of, and I don't know what to do anymore. In a desperate attempt to find some explanation for my agony, I combed the depths of the internet. I studied a lot about psychopaths, serial killers, and other individuals with comparable inclinations. A few days later, a mysterious man by the name of Dr. Malachi sent me an email. He claimed to have seen the blog article I wrote about my desires and ambitions, which gave me some optimism. I agreed to meet him at a dimly lit coffee shop out of curiosity and caution. Both Dr. Malachi's appearance and method were unusual. He had long white hair and pale skin and radiated an otherworldly aura. He appeared to be sympathetic and offered what he called vampirism, a genetic abnormality that he claimed was the cause of my unquenchable thirst for blood. From the way he was treated was everything from typical. It required unusual workouts, visions, and the use of strange foods and drinks. As my cravings started to fade, skepticism gave place to cautious optimism. Could Dr. Malachi's novel approaches actually lead to salvation? Hope was rekindled, but it was quickly extinguished by a chilling discovery in Dr. Malachi's office, a foreboding leather-bound book filled with sinister symbols and incantations. It reeked of malevolence, and I couldn't shake the feeling that dark magic was at play. Confronting Dr. Malachi led to denials, but my instincts told me otherwise. I began researching the occult symbol on the book's cover, uncovering its association with ancient darkness. Fear gripped me. I was entangled in something far more sinister than I had ever imagined. One night I took the dangerous step of breaking into Dr. Malachi's office because I was so desperate for answers. I stumbled over the wicked book with its blood magic and necromancy spells again while looking for information. When I discovered Dr. Malachi meant to make me into a monster, I was horrified. The clash of wills between his need to govern and my frantic need to escape escalated our quarrel. I was at my wit's end in this struggle from hunger. I stopped, torn between wanting to stop Dr. Malachi from harming innocent people and fearing that I was going to become into a monster. In the end, my insatiable appetite led me to make a dreadful choice. I walked the nighttime streets with a fresh strength rushing through me, fully aware of any vampires that could be hiding. I had to prepare since I knew Dr. Malachi would come looking for me. The confrontation took place in a dim alley. Dr. Malachi, the so-called master vampire, tried to shape me into a fellow creature by bending me to his will. Our powers were equal, and the struggle waged on. But in the midst of the confusion, I had an epiphany. The same terror I'd seen on the faces of my victims was visible in Dr. Malachi's eyes. I saw a sliver of humanity, and I couldn't stand to turn into the monster I'd always feared. I didn't know what was in store for me as I walked out of that alley, but I did know that I had a choice. I wouldn't give in to my grotesque urges. I resolutely embarked on a new road, tormented by my past but steadfast in my quest for salvation.
Subscribe for more, lose yourself in the abyss. Embrace the darkness with every single twist. Dare to descend into the unknown. Explore the void where nightmares are sown.